Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer on the Stoic architecture of inner calm. Listen, today we are going to build a mental fortress. If you've been feeling, completely overwhelmed by the overt chaos of modern life, and honestly, who hasn't lately, you're in the exact right place. We're going to explore how to master the art of just not caring about the things that simply don't matter, all so you can finally start living in the literal only moment you actually possess.
So I want you to do something for me. Take a second and look around. Seriously, where are you right now? You're probably holding your phone, or maybe sitting at a desk. And I bet you're feeling this incredibly heavy weight, right? The weight of a dozen different things you think you should be doing or stressing over. It kind of feels like the entire fate of reality is resting squarely on your shoulders, doesn't it?
But if we zoom out just a little bit, we see that you're actually just standing on a strange, lushly coated wet rock, floating in a designated position of absolute endless nothingness. I mean, you are tiny. This rock is tiny. Your entire life is really just a single frame in a movie that literally never ends. It's a frame that could be removed without changing the story of the universe at all. And realizing this, grasping that scale, that is the absolute first vital step to neutralizing your daily anxiety.
Because think about it. Despite our tiny little footprint in the cosmos, we spend our frighteningly short time here trying to escape our own vulnerability. We're born into this world hungry, vulnerable, and completely confused. And then we spend almost all our energy trying to eliminate those feelings by just acquiring more stuff. We falsely assume, time and time again, that the very next achievement is going to be the one that finally unlocks the door to ultimate security. But instead of security, we just get stuck. We end up running endlessly on this exhausting treadmill of needing more. Okay, let's dive into this. To build our mental fortress, we have to start at the foundation with Pillar 1, the two domains of life. You really have to realize there are only two domains in life. First, there's the external world. That's the traffic, the weather, the economy, the opinions of people you don't even like. You have zero, and I mean zero, control over this domain. But then there's the internal mind. That is your mental reactions and your interpretations of those external events. And this is the domain you absolutely can control. The problem is, we so often spend our lives in this state of unquenchable hunger, frantically trying to control the external. And let me tell you, that is a game you will always lose.
The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius actually realized something profound about this exact balance. He noted that almost nothing material is needed for a happy life once you understand existence. It's a real game changer. True success isn't about achieving a certain status or dominating the external world. It's actually the ability to be perfectly okay, even without all those things we typically desire for comfort.
Which leads us perfectly to Pillar 2, the illusion of judgment. Because nothing is inherently good or bad until our own judgments make it so.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the shifting luck of a guy named Eric. Look at this roller coaster. In month 1, Eric loses his dog, Nova. He's absolutely devastated, thinking he's horribly unlucky. But in month 2, that exact painful loss leads him to meet Vanessa, the woman who found Nova, and they fall in love. Suddenly, boom, he feels like the luckiest man alive. Well, fast forward to month 6, and a severe car accident sends him to the hospital, which feels like another massive, totally unfair tragedy. But wait, in month 7, the brain scan required from that exact accident reveals a tumor while it's still highly treatable, effectively saving his life. This timeline proves without a doubt that we never truly know what exists on the other side of any event. Grasping that you simply don't know the ultimate outcome of any given event, it brings this crazy paradoxical sense of helplessness and liberation. When you stop instantly labeling every single obstacle as a complete disaster, the walls of your inner calm become so much harder to shake. You basically stop fighting the narrative of your life and you just start observing it.
So, let's transition to Pillar 3, living in the present. We absolutely have to stop living for a future that does not actually exist.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. Take Noah, for instance. He spent half his life hyper-focused on numbers and levels, desperately trying to impress total strangers and cashing out on multi-million-dollar deals. Yet, at the end of the day, he ended up bored, lost, and completely unfulfilled. Meanwhile, look at his brother Alex. Alex found genuine life in his eyes just by painting, enjoying the simple things, and remaining completely anchored in the present. So the crucial point is that massive number right there, 5. I mean, think about it. How many of us live entirely for the weekends? When we do that, we are essentially wishing away 5 out of every 7 days of our lives. It's wild. We are happily trading the literal only moments we actually possess for a future promise of relaxation that isn't even guaranteed.
The ancient philosopher Seneca offered a really stark warning about this exact habit. He said, "It is too late to spare when you reach the dregs of the cask." Basically, inner calm is built by focusing your lens on the now. Because if you don't focus it today, right this second, everything you see from this moment forward will remain entirely out of focus until your time simply runs out.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our final concept, embracing the absurdity, and zooming back out to see our place in the universe. At the end of the day, we are but a tiny, tiny feature of the entire body of nature. The universe is largely indifferent to our personal opinions. And you know what? The very best way to handle that is to reply with an indifferent attitude right back. Now let's be clear, okay? This doesn't mean being cold or robotic. Not at all. It simply means realizing that the universe isn't keeping some giant cosmic scorecard of your personal failures. By dropping the illusion of that scorecard, you unlock the absolute freedom to just be you. Seriously, you are free to be kind, to have fun, to love deeply, and to just enjoy the hilarious and enthralling absurdity of this whole shebang. The absolute worst-case scenario here, it's just you being yourself for a little while on this beautiful, weird planet before moving on, just like everything else. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a little bit of homework. What's one thing you're going to stop trying to control today? Think about it. The next time you feel a surge of anxiety about, say, a job interview, or a really hard conversation, or even just sitting in terrible traffic, take a breath. Remember the actual scale of things. Step into life with clarity and wonder. And hey, remember, you're just on a strange, lushly coated rock. Don't forget to actually enjoy the view while you're here.